We're getting tons of submissions. Join up with everyone at GZM's podcast summer camp. Stay tuned to the end of this episode for more details.
Why does Progressive work hard for truckers? Because truckers unite the world. They unite kids with their first drum sets and parents with earplugs. But truckers can't do this if they're not on the road. That's why Progressive has over 360 heavy truck employees to help truckers stay on time and on track. Quote truck insurance today in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Are they out there?
Ah! Mr. Bones, what are you doing in my room? Don't come any closer.
Answer me, boy. Are they out there?
Is who out there?
Dim, that's who. I'm as good as dead if they find me. That's why I had to swim for it, before they cut me throat from ear to ear.
Who's after you? Why?
Gold. More gold than you can dream of in 1,000 years. It's all right here. Right here. On a dead man's chest.
A tattoo. It covers your whole chest.
Hear me, lad. It's more than a tattoo. It's a map. The map of an island. And there in the center, marked by a cross as red as blood, is where you'll find the treasure.
And it's where we'll record Treasure Island 2020 Rewind.
This is for people who have already listened to episode 1 of Treasure Island 2020. There will be spoilers. Hello. Ahoy. It is Jess Fisher.
Matey. Ahoy, matey.
I am here with GZM creators Chris Terry and David Kreisman. Today we'll be talking about the very first episode of Treasure Island 2020, Billy Bones. Our special guest is Graham Stevens, who plays Long John Silver, among many other GZM characters. He also played the librarian in Last Dog and J.P. Whittier. Hello.
Hi there.
And he's not in this episode.
He's not in this episode.
I know.
I know. It's a slow burn entrance for me.
Yeah. He was like, weirdly, I've never heard this episode. Oh, I know why.
Yeah, I only listen to when I'm in it.
Only the parts of the episodes that I'm in. That's all I listen to.
Are those the only other 2 roles you've played with GZM? I feel like I might be wrong.
Oh, there are many others, I believe.
Did you say the Hollow?
I was going to say, are you Ichabod?
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
I
I forgot about that one.
Okay.
Yes.
On the Hollow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And 6 Minutes, Dr. Whittier, of course, and this.
Yes.
I've done.
Well, you were
He's got the
Grandpa.
range.
You were Scratch Grandpa in Molly.
That's true.
Yes, that's true.
Scratch Grandpa.
That's true. Scratch Grandpa. Old Scratchy, that's what I call him.
Old Scratchy. So you just got off of an exciting project.
Yeah, I just got home from working in St. Louis. It was my other gig as a stage actor. I was doing the play Clue. I was playing Professor Plum in Clue.
Love it.
It's great. It's an hour and 15 minutes long, and it's really fast and lots of wordplay and slamming doors and just really dumb, funny jokes and physical
Written by
comedy.
GZM alumni.
Yes, Sandy
Rustin.
Rustin,
Oh,
absolutely.
that's right. Yeah.
Yep, Maplewood resident.
Whose play The Cottage has premiered on Broadway.
Yes, I've seen it. It's great.
I haven't seen
I
it yet.
wanna
I'm seeing
see
it this
that.
weekend. I'm
It's
really
really
excited.
fun. Really fun.
I've heard that this script of Clue was this year's like most performed high school play. Is that you told me that, or
That
is true. We premiered that version of the play in 2020 in Cleveland.
Wow.
And the producers were so happy with it that they immediately took it and sold it around the country. So there's community theaters doing it. There's junior high schools doing it. We had a huge group of kids come in, high school or junior high kids come in to one of our last shows, and they were sitting up in the balcony and just losing their minds.
Oh, that's so cool.
Having a great time, but also like really excited to do the play themselves this fall. So.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of
I knew
fun.
that information, and I was scrolling through Facebook, and a teacher I know in Hickory, North Carolina is like, just picked our fall play. And I was like, oh my gosh. And that was the one.
Hickory, North Carolina.
Yes, that's right. That's where I do those playwriting competitions.
Love it.
Okay, Treasure Island 2020. When did it come out? What was the process? It's an interesting thing, the backstory, right?
Yes. We were contacted by BYU Radio. Brigham Young University has an amazing program, a great radio station, great facilities. And they loved Mars Patel and among some other shows that we had done. And they reached out to us and said, would you want to produce something for BYU Radio? We have the station that's broadcasts terrestrially and also on Sirius XM, I believe.
Yeah, they're
and
huge.
they wanted a radio drama from us.
We pitched them a bunch of ideas, I think, right?
Yeah.
Which ones
we pitched them a few things, and this was the one that they really attached to.
So Ben, Dave, and I flew out there. Yeah, we flew out there almost a lot, and we actually flew Graham out there too.
And Graham as well. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. We produced the whole thing. We produced the whole thing in Utah, and Graham flew out with us. Yeah.
And the entire cast was in the same room together, which hadn't happened yet
Really?
in my experience.
Yeah, right.
Doing these, we'd sort of we'd record our own dialogue separately, but this time we were all in a big room together, and we could we had our stands and our mics in front of us, and we could actually look at each other while we talked. It was really fun.
So is
Yeah.
James a Utah local then?
Everyone
is.
was a Utah
What?
local except for Graham. He was the only one, because we had a really hard time finding a Long John Silver, and we were like, you know what? We know who would be great. and so we recruited him, but everybody else was either, most of the adults are actually BYU employees.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So Cynthia is, her name is Lisa Valentine Clark. She hosts their morning show, the BYU Radio
She
morning
is
show.
so good.
Yep. And
Oh my gosh.
Stephanie Breinhall, who plays both Lena and Captain Bonnie later, she's runs their acting department at BYU.
Everybody in the cast was great.
Yeah,
Just
they were really great.
Really, really good.
When we were looking for Long John Silvers, we got a lot of people that just sent in a lot of "Arr, I'm," it was very hard to find somebody that was like real, but also was Long John Silver, but you could tell it was him, but it was audio because you couldn't see him, so you had to still have. And Graham just always, nails that sort of delicate balance.
Well, he was I have the Disney version, the live action Disney version from the 50s or 60s in my head, because that's the first time I ever saw it. The actor who plays him, I'm blanking on his name, but he had this. He's sort of the archetype of Long John Silver going forward. He had this sort of like pirate, this Cornish sort of accent, and that reminded me. So I tried to do a little bit of his voice and a little bit of Hagrid from Harry Potter, because they both have like similar things going on accent-wise.
I remember you saying to us, I think I'm going to do it with a Cornish accent. And we went, great. As if we really knew the difference. That sounds terrific.
Cornish, exactly what I was thinking. Cornish.
Exactly.
Yes, of course, Cornish.
You passed the test.
So is this GZM's first adaptation?
It is, yeah.
Wow.
And what's interesting about Treasure Island, it's one of the most adapted novels of all time. There have been 50 adaptations in TV and film, at least.
Treasure Planet.
Yes, Treasure Planet.
Yep,
Love
Yeah.
that movie.
Yep. And the other thing about Treasure Island is that a lot of the things that we associate with pirates, all the stories, all the things, came from Treasure Island
Right,
first.
all the imagery and yeah.
Yep. They kind of invented a bunch of the things of buried treasure and X marks the spot, and all that stuff was kind of invented in this book.
That's so cool. It's funny that that this is the first adaptation, because there are some things about this show that reminded me of The Hollow. And
Besides just
character from exactly. Character coming to modern day, the kid doesn't know what to do, that sort of thing of like, you have to do this thing. It just reminded me of it in a great way.
There's also that really cool element of time travel, which I think was a great spoilers, which was a great a great way into this storytelling, because you could keep it modern. You could have your protagonists be these modern kids, and then just drop them into a completely different time and place. And then later on, you have the fun and games of bringing the people from that old time, back into modern times. It was really fun.
And that was the first discussion we had, which was, okay, there are kind of three options here. We can do a straight period adaptation, just do Treasure Island. We could do a fully modern version, kind of like The Hollow, where we just have pirates that happen to live in the 21st century, or we could do this combo with time travel. And first time we said it was like, oh, that one's way better.
That's the one.
And,
That's the one.
And the image, the idea that, especially because this is a long show, BYU wanted half-hour episodes, 10 half-hour episodes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of story
It's
to
a
tell.
lot.
So being able to tell the story in modern times and then go back in time and then and then come back, as Graham said. And that image, I think, was one of the things that appealed to us the most, of the pirate ship coming through the fog, through the portal into modern times, was so exciting.
Absolutely. And I think, because in the last few episodes, as we've been rewinding these pilots, we've been, I don't know if on purpose, but going from sort of earlier shows to as we were sort of moving through the Gen Z sort of like development time. And I don't know if you feel the same way, Dave, but this is the show that feels like the first time this always feels like the show where our game was upped on the next level in terms of just like everything in this show sounds like the score. This is my favorite score probably. I think
the score is so great.
Well, yeah. I mean, Jennifer Rokamp.
Jennifer Rokamp, yeah.
And she won, I think, the Ambie for it?
No, we were nominated.
Yeah.
We didn't win.
Well, it was just like, and that's like against like every sort of type of podcast too. It wasn't just like kids audio drama.
Yeah, it was really fun us doing this together. She was amazing. She was just, just everything came together in this show, and in a way that I think really launched everything we did after this. This sort of seems like where it all, we've been talking a lot about how different things are coming together. Yeah, this is the one where it all sort of came together for me.
We set a lot of records on this show. Longest scene. I think we have like a 14-page scene. And
exactly.
Wow.
And the battles where we're going back and forth between two boats and all that stuff. It's very, very epic.
The thing is, I just want to say one more thing before we because I put a couple of the little cues in here because I just love the score so much. When a cue can say so much just through it. So the one, one of my favorite ones is the sort of idea of we're seeing the island for the first time. You know what I mean? As it appears through the fog, right? And so you can sort of see that, and then you can hear it in the music. Right? And then it's just like you can imagine it. It's just
wow.
Right? I mean, it's great. And then I love, this isn't in this episode, but this is when you get chased through Manhattan. Spoiler alert. But you guys have heard this because we use it in our...
Of course.
Yeah. Right? And then my favorite...
This is in our...
That's where it came from.
Our little video, yeah.
And then my favorite is, because we have Graham on, we have to play the Long John Silver theme. So he had his own theme, which is this, which just the voice and everything, just all, when it all works with the music.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah.
And it's the pace of walking with the peg leg, right?
Yeah, you can hear it.
Yep.
And the thing I love about it is,
great.
because the thing I love about the way you played it and the way that it's written, Graham, is that he's lovable, right? He is a bad guy, but a good guy that you love.
Yeah. You want to be able to. You want to be able to think, well, maybe this time I can trust him.
Exactly.
Maybe he's really on my side, even though it may not look like it at the moment.
Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to play a couple of those because,
and I think, Chris, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think one of the things that helped in the creation of the score was that working with a partner, you kind of have to present things in advance.
Yeah.
And I think so. Putting all these cues together, to sort of sell the show to BYU and explain to them what it was going to sound like, was great, because we came up with this list, and you had this list of Long John Silver theme and the island theme and action and all that stuff, which Jennifer and you were working on, which was great. We don't always have time for that.
Yeah, we played it for them, I think, at some point. When we went in to record the show, I surprised them with like, hey, guys, here's the theme. And I think everybody was like,
I was going to say, I'm sure they lost their minds.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
They did.
It was fun. Anyways, I just wanted to do a good shout out to the theme because this is my favorite score. Because this is, I think, my favorite. We've done a lot of great scores, but this one stands on its own in a lot of ways.
I think it's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Well, Graham, would you mind bringing out your old friend Long John Silver and
sure.
having him?
You got him there. You got him there somewhere.
I got him in my pocket.
And giving us a recap.
Sure.
Can we get a sword coming out of its sheath sound effects here, please, Jason?
Our swashbuckling tale begins in Montauk, Long Island, when young James Hawkins encounters something incredible on the beach, a real-life pirate named Billy Bones. Later, a paranoid Billy wakes James up in the middle of the night to show him a treasure map tattooed on his chest, and to warn of a one-legged seafaring man. As James searches for Billy's missing key, he meets two city kids, twins, Max and Morgan Goodwin. He brings them home to meet Billy, but instead they run into a smooth rogue named Kincaid, rumored to be a modern-day pirate. The kids track down Billy, but when Kincaid comes looking for him, Billy rushes into traffic and is run down by a car. With what could be his final breath, he croaks out that James should find the Treasure Island. But where is it, asks James. Not where, says Billy. When?
It's one of the most epic moments in all of our shows.
Yeah, it's
that
really
moment.
great.
It's so cool.
Before we move to the thing on that, what Graham, I have, it's not really a mailbag, but I came across this one, which is really great. Love this. Billy Bones reminds me of Jamaica Jack from Young Ben Franklin. Y'all got to agree with me. That's what he says. Also, Graham Stevens is in like all the podcasts. I think he has a hilarious voice. One of my favorite voice actors.
Oh, that's so great.
Me
That's
too.
so nice.
Love it. Love it. So we had to hear that after you did that. That's perfect.
Yes. Speaking of Billy Bones. So Billy Bones he's an actor, but also like a lot of actors has to take other jobs on the side. And as we were recording, we had to really rush out of the studio to get to the airport. Chris, Ben, and I. And I know, Graham, were you also with us? I don't remember if you had a same flight.
I don't recall.
Maybe not.
I think you may have left
I think you may have left early. Anyway, so we needed to get to the airport, and turns out that Billy Bones is an Uber driver.
What?
Yes. And so he said, I'll
Get you to
drive
Salt
you.
Lake
And
City,
so-
yeah.
Amazing.
Yes. So we rushed to his car, and he drove us to the airport after.
He did such a great job. He's
great.
one of my favorite as well.
He is
Five
great.
stars. 5 stars.
He's so
Yeah.
great. That is
5
funny.
stars is right. Yes, as an actor and an Uber driver.
Yes, both.
We all got to take the other gigs. It's true.
Hey. Yeah.
All right.
Well, who do we got for MVP? I mean, does it come down to? It sort of feels like it comes down to James Hawkins or Billy Bones. I mean, in this
Yeah.
episode, if we were
Oh,
taking
that's
on an
tough.
episode basis, right?
I got to vote for old Billy Bones. I think he's, you know.
I mean, he does such a great job. It was such a hard, again, finding somebody, right, Dave, that didn't do a caricature of a pirate, that felt like he was a real pirate, but not doing a voice, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And if you saw him, I don't want to say he looks like a Billy Bones, but he's basically what you would imagine a modern day version of Billy Bones would look like. Yeah, it was amazing. And whenever I hear him, I never think, oh boy, this is going to be hard to get through. Like it's, you know what I mean? Like when
Yeah.
somebody's doing a voice, right? Or playing it too cartoony. It's so real. And it's the same thing I was saying about Graham when Graham shows up in the other. That was the challenge, I think, for the show, making it real.
And we found a lot of guys, the crew too. I'm sure you remember, Graham. I forget the names of some of the guy that was doing the Scottish accent was great.
Oh, yeah.
I forget what his character's name was. And kind of the comic relief guy. They were all doing something different, but all playing it real in the context of pirates, which was great.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think Billy Bones has this nice little, just this miniature arc here in this episode. Kind of tragic at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting that this show does kind of set itself up with a more outlandish and caricatured world than we usually do. And you're right, that finding the right actors who will just still make it so grounded that like, yeah, these are the stereotypical pirates you think of, but like you're like sad when he dies.
Well,
you know?
the other thing that happens whenever we put out stuff is because people think that it's a kid's show, they think that it has to be cartoony. So that's sort of where they go to, and that's kind of the opposite of what we do. So it's I think a lot of people sort of assume that it's got to be sort of sugar coated a little bit.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I love that. I grew up as a kid of early mid 80s. We had all kinds of entertainment that was like for kids, but not sort of aimed at kids. So sort of aimed at people slightly older. So you felt that sense of adventure, that sense of like a wider, dangerous adult world, but it was still like kids at the center of the story. So you need to be safe.
I just watched National Lampoon's Vacation. Woof, there you go.
Well,
I remember watching that when I was 10. My dad's like, let's go see a kids movie.
I was thinking more like a Goonies.
I know.
I know.
But you look at Goonies, and Goonies, the first hour of it is just like serious, like pretty dark.
Yeah, well, it's similar. It's the kids' families are sort of up in the air, and they have real life problems, and then they get to go on this amazing adventure.
I was going to say, like, Stand By Me is one of the most devastating movies. And I think technically that wasn't all ages as well.
Absolutely.
You see, I've seen a few.
You've seen a few. What notes do you got here, Jess?
There was just a funny exposition line that I thought
I love that. I love that we just. I think we should make it a thing. I think we just have Jess's exhibition
category.
Yeah, best line. Okay, here it is.
Pretty soon, all the summer people will be out in Montauk, and the beaches will get crowded,
and you'll still be stuck helping me keep the motel afloat.
Yep.
You get a lot of information in that line. I really like it.
Hard to paint that information in audio unless you just say it.
It's true. Smells like Montauk. You know?
Exactly. You know what this smell reminds me of? Montauk. Right. Exactly. Well, Graham, so great to have you as always.
Thank you so much. It's been really fun.
Absolutely. It's we've had you on the show before, and it's great. I believe we had you on the show. Yeah, you did. You came.
Yeah, on Rewind.
Exactly. Yeah, Rewind. Yeah, that's 6 minute review.
And he picked himself as MVP, even though he
true,
wasn't in the
forgot.
episode.
I know everyone's still talking about that.
I think he was the first one to do it. I think he's the one that made it okay.
You said it was okay.
I think
You fell into the trap.
I think the following week we had somebody else, and we're like, "Don't worry, Graham picked himself, so you can do it."
Yeah, now everyone
Exactly.
That's good. But as always, Graham, so fantastic, and everything that you bring to every role is just special. And I think it's just
He's the only non-Utah in the cast. You really brought it.
It was a real pleasure. This is a really special thing to record and to be involved. Like, so just be right in the middle of all this action was really, really fun.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, Jess, I hear. Oh.
Well, we hope you're listening on the GZM app or on Supercast, but we're happy wherever you're listening. Thank you for listening to Imagination Amplified and for listening to Treasure Island 2020. Peace, love, and pirates!
Peace, love, and peg legs.
Yes. And peg legs.
We'll see you
Peace, love, and pirates.
Hello, and welcome to week 3 of GZM's podcast Summer Camp. And now a few weather announcements. Yesterday, it rained. Today, it's going to rain again. Tomorrow, the sun will come out. Bet your bottom dollar that there will be sun tomorrow. Thank you.
Hello, and welcome to week 3 of Podcast Summer Camp, the audio-based summer camp for your ears. Full of summer activities, fun camp announcements, and podcasts to listen to. Every week we point you to a different GZM podcast to listen to next. When you listen to that podcast, nestled in the ad breaks, you'll hear more unique camp announcements that... Oops, hear that? Let's listen to the announcements. They'll tell us which podcast to listen to next.
Attention all campers. Please report to the podcast called Tomorrow for group assembly. Again, the title of the podcast is Tomorrow, which can be found in Spotify, Apple, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Again, please report to Tomorrow to hear the continuing adventures of Annie Warbucks, along with all your fellow campers. Thank you.
Oh, yes! Last week it was like we were in sports camp, and this week it's like we're in musical theater camp. Yes! I mean, yes! Okay, now go find the podcast called Tomorrow. It's all about Annie, set 5 years after she was a little orphan Annie. Go! Go, go, go! And be sure to go to gzmshows.com/summercamp for more information on GZM's podcast Summer Camp. Have fun listening to Tomorrow. It's one of my favorites. And if you can't listen to it today, you can always listen to it tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love theater camp.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.